Jai Gurudev.
Jai Gurudev.
Okay. Has everybody completed their homework? Yes? Everybody? Guys who've not turned on their videos can please turn it on.
But there was no homework.
I told you to go through those 3 pages again,
Yes,
remember?
So we read the last 3 pages.
Yeah, I told you, read them again. They were a little complicated, na?
Yes. Only for people, only for those it was complicated, they should read again. Okay.
Oh Mitesh, what would we do without you? Okay, so we'll start with page 140 with Rama's question. Yeah. So who wants to begin? We will go.
I can read.
Yeah, today we will read paragraph by paragraph. Huh? Don't jump. Okay.
Rama asked, Holy Sir, pray tell me of the true nature of the waking and dreaming states. Vasistha said, that state which endures is known as the waking state, and that which is transient is the dream state. During the period of even the dream, it takes on the characteristics of the waking state, and when the waking state is realized to be of a fleeting nature, it gets the characteristics of a dream. The two are the same. That consciousness which is awake even in deep sleep, and which is also the light that shines in waking and dreaming, is the transcendental consciousness through here.
Okay. So you remember we had done the 3 states. Many times we have repeated it. Yeah. Waking state, dreaming state, yeah, and sushupti, or sleep state. So now Rama is asking, tell me the true nature of the waking and dreaming states. Yeah. So he starts with that state which endures. Endures means
Suffering.
Which lasts.
yeah, which is not temporary, which lasts some time, yeah, is endures. So that state which lasts, yeah, is known as the waking state, and that which is transient is the dream state. What is the meaning of transient?
It goes in and out.
Yeah, so it's changing, temporary, yeah, temporary, or which is changing, yeah, which is not lasting. Got the difference that he's telling you here? Now see how he contradicts it immediately. During the period of even the dream, it takes on the characteristics of the waking state, which is correct. Yeah, when we dream, sometimes we feel, oh, this is so real. Yeah, sometimes in a dream, if you're having a nightmare, you actually start perspiring as if it was real. Yeah, so you're experiencing some characteristics of the waking state when you are in a dream. Clear so far? Yeah. And when the waking state is realized to be of a fleeting nature, it gets the characteristic of a dream. This is the waking state. Yeah, and so many times you say, na, is this true? Yeah, like you remember how Ashtavakra began? You remember Janaka's dream when he was sitting in the courtroom? Yes, Ashtavakra 1. Yeah, he was sitting in the courtroom and he was getting bored and he dozed off and he dreamt. And he dreamt of a famine and this and that, and he was going to eat a chapati, and an eagle came and took that chapati away. And he felt that pain, and that pain was so real that he actually woke up and he asked, what is real? Is this real or was that real? Yeah, so when in this waking state, you start realizing, oh, this is nothing but a dream. Yeah? Then this also takes the characteristic of a dream. That is the meaning of the last sentence we read. Let's read it again. And when the waking state is realized to be of a fleeting nature, yeah, it gets the characteristic of a dream. Clear so far? The two are the same. Highlight this. Yeah, he's saying there is really no difference between the waking state and the dreaming state. They are both the same. Yeah. So I have made a little flowchart here. It might help you in your studying for the exam next week. Yeah. So the waking state is which endures, and the dream state is that which is transient. Yeah. Then when in the waking state it is realized to be of a fleeting nature. Yeah. And when the dream state takes the characteristic of the waking state, both are the same. Yes, he's saying both are the same. There is no difference between the waking state and dreaming state. Yes? Since the beginning we are doing this, no? This is a dream, this is a dream, this is a dream. Yeah? So, finally he's telling it to you straight. There is no difference between the waking state and the dreaming state. Yeah? So then, when will I be awake if I'm still dreaming? Yeah, obviously if it's a dream within a dream within a dream, it does not mean at one level there is waking state and another level it is a dream state. It is a dream within a dream. Finally it is all the same. So when will I be awake? Yeah, that is called the fourth. We have studied this in the Upanishads. We have studied this in Ashtavakra also, and even in the last session we had Bhagavad Gita, remember? Yeah? What is the fourth state? Turiya Avastha. Remember? The word Turiya itself means the fourth. Turiya means the fourth. That is the literal translation of the Sanskrit word Turiya. Yeah? So let's read that last sentence. That consciousness which is awake even in deep sleep, and which is also the light that shines in waking and dreaming, is the transcendental consciousness, Turiya. Yeah? Where did you do this before this? Do you remember? No?
Everywhere.
Yes, but literally explained in a scripture. It was in Kathopanishad, beautifully. And one more place.
We started
line number which says
Ashtavakra.
started with the dream and all that with Patanjali first, right?
Even in Patanjali and even in Ashtavakra, huh? Yes, so Kathopanishad, Patanjali and Ashtavakra. In Ashtavakra, how does he explain it? Do you remember? A constant state of awareness, a constant state of joy. Yes, when he is even awake in deep sleep. You remember this? Janaka says this. Yeah. That was the first time I think we actually spoke about it. So that is Turiya Avastha. A constant awareness in waking, dreaming and sleep state. Yeah. That is Turiya. Clear? Can we go ahead now?
When again the seeds of ignorance and delusion expand, there arises the first thought, which is the thought I am. Then one perceives thought forms within the mind and dreams. At this time the external sense organs do not function, but the inner senses function, and there is a perception within oneself. This is the dream state. When the life force again activates the sense organs, once again there is wakefulness.
Okay. Yeah, so now he is telling you, you remember the 7 steps how you come back into ignorance. Yeah. So this is literally the first step. When again the seeds of ignorance and delusion expand, there arises the first thought. And what is the first thought? I am. Yeah. So the seed of ignorance leads to the first thought, I am. Yeah. Then one perceives thought forms within the mind in dreams. So what are the thought forms? I think I am space, or I am earth, or I am water. I have a thought form in the mind. My subtle body had the first thought form, I am this, and gave rise to a physical body. You remember that? Yes. So the seed of ignorance led to the thought I am, and that thought I am gave rise to a thought form in the mind. Yeah. It is actually a dream only. The moment I say I am something, it is a dream, he is saying. Yeah. Now, very beautiful point after this. At this time, the external sense organs do not function. Yeah. When you are dreaming, your external sense organs are all shut. Eyes are shut, right? You are dreaming. So externally those sense organs are shut. But really in your dream you are seeing something, no? Yeah. There might be a beautiful woman or a handsome guy or whatever that house. So you are seeing something in your dream. Yes. That is an internal sense organ. Got it? So at this time the external organs do not function, but the inner sense functions, and there is a perception within oneself. Yeah, there is a perception, I am so and so, and I am with this person, or I am like this. This is an inner perception of my own. Yeah. So the external sense organs, do they function? When they are not functioning, then the internal senses are functioning and they are perceiving. This is a dream state, remember, we are talking about right now. Yes? So this is called the dream state. This is the dream state. When the life force again activates the sense organs, once again there is wakefulness. The moment these external sense organs function, that's why I put a yes on this arrow and a no on this arrow. So when it functions, there is wakefulness. Yes? That is the only difference between your waking state and your dreaming state, really. Yeah? But both are illusionary. Yes? They are both actually the same. So think about this. This will be homework number 1 for this week. Keep thinking about this. This is so amazing. Yeah? This is actually a dream inside a dream. That is why both are same, no? It doesn't matter if it's a 2nd level dream or a 3rd level dream or a 4th level dream. Finally, both of them are dreams. Yes? Both the states are the same. Yeah? Inception helps, the movie Inception helps you understand this better. Yeah? So those who have not seen Inception yet, you still have a chance. Go and watch it. Clear? This page is clear?
Can I ask a very stupid question?
It's not
If
stupid.
there are dream states, then can your attachment be in any dream state and you could still, your karma bag could be getting heavier because your attachments are so deep that it will transcend your dream states, right?
Yes, exactly. The reason I go from one dream to another dream is because of that karma bank. Is because of my raga and dvesha so strong in me. They pull me from one dream into another, and then from the second to the third, and then third to the fourth, and I'm just caught up there. That is Maya. Got it? That is that web of Maya that Ashtavakra was talking about. That it's an amazing web you are caught up in. Got
It's
it?
a thought, it doesn't matter which state it belongs to, really.
Exactly.
Okay. Thank you.
Clear? Page 114 is clear? Yes? So let's begin with page 115.
Rama asked, Lord, how does the mind ever get tainted? Vasistha replied, it's a beautiful question, Rama, but this is not the proper time to ask. When you have listened to what I have to say, you will surely find the answer to this question with the utmost clarity. That the mind is impure is the experience of everyone who strives for liberation. Depending upon one's particular point of view, everyone describes it differently. Just as air coming into contact with different flowers takes on their scent, so mind entertaining different motions take on those moods, creates bodies suitable to them, and as the energy activating the senses enjoys the fruition of its own motions. It is the mind again that provides the fuel for the functioning of the organs of action. Mind is action and action is mind. The two are like the flower and its scent. The conviction of the mind determines the action, and the action threatens the conviction.
Okay. Yeah, so Rama asks the question, how does the mind even get tainted? So Vasistha says, drop that. It's not even important right now for you. Yeah, it'll open up. Slowly, slowly the understanding will come to you from what I am explaining. So what is he explaining actually? The process of how this mind gets lost in the Maya. So let's understand that. Yeah? So the most important point begins with the second paragraph. Just as air coming into contact with different flowers takes on their scent, so the mind entertaining different notions takes on those moods and creates bodies suitable to them, and as the energy activating the senses enjoys the fruition of its own notions. Yes? Means what? If you start entertaining a notion, oh, I am Shah Rukh Khan, and you start acting like Shah Rukh Khan, and you start behaving like Shah Rukh Khan, and then you do all your dialogues like Shah Rukh Khan. So you get it? Just a little thought in the mind created all that drama. Yes? So exactly that's what he's saying here. Even before you were in this body, you had a notion of it. Yes, you had a notion. So Subbu had the notion of being like this, with this person, yeah, in this environment. This is a notion created in the mind, and with that notion, that body got created. Yes, and obviously that body got created where it wanted. The other raga dveshas, they all got attracted. Yes, so it's only your notion. You understand notion, na? Notion is nothing but a thought. Yeah? Anything that you are attracted to is your notion. Yeah, and how he equates it? It is the way air moves in a particular meadow and there are roses. The air gets the scent of the rose. Yeah, just like that, because of a particular notion, the mind becomes like that. Yeah, so air, when it touches the flowers, takes the scent of the flowers. Just like that, mind, when it gets trapped in its notions, it takes the bodies of those notions and it does actions according to that. That's how you get trapped in the dream, whichever level of the dream it is. Yeah? We'll go to the next sentence. It is the mind again that provides the fuel for the functioning of the organs of action. Yes, simple, na? The fuel for action is thought. Mind provides that thought and that only leads to action. Now if I have notions of a particular kind, those are the thoughts and that is the fuel for action. Yes, so simple. Notion created a particular physical body and that physical body did those actions on the fuel of the thoughts. These thoughts also came from those notions. Clear? Mind is action and action is mind. The two are like the flower and its scent. The conviction of the mind. You understand conviction? You so strongly believe this is real. This is the reality. Yeah? Who has seen whether I was born before this or who has seen whether I will be born after this? I believe only this. So what is this? I have a conviction in this Maya. If I am so strongly caught up in this Maya, that is what I will believe. Yeah. So the conviction of the mind determines the actions. So my actions also will be in accordance. Yeah. And that action will strengthen the conviction. Yeah, there are a lot of people who will tell you, see, this is real. Yeah. And then they'll prove it to you with all logic and everything and say whatever ways they have. And then they'll say, you see, I told you, no, this is real. So the conviction itself produces the action and the action again makes the conviction stronger. You know? So what is the problem? What is he trying to tell you?
I'm lost. The mind is the source of action and then everything.
Okay. We are talking about conviction here. So what is he really trying to tell you?
It's the attachment to that thought, right? It becomes so intensified that that's where you are unable to disassociate with what is real and what is unreal. That becomes the reality.
Yes, I am so strongly I believe that this world is real. This is reality. What consciousness? Who's seen Brahman? What are you talking about? This Prakriti is what I see. I see computer, I see human being, I see insect. I cannot see any Brahman or consciousness. This is the conviction that a person is stuck in. And till the time this person is stuck in this conviction, he will always be ignorant. He will never be able to move towards wisdom. Got it? My conviction in this world as it is strengthens my actions in this world. Strengthens means then I have raga and dvesha and I'm stuck in this maya. Yes? So my conviction that this Prakriti is all that is and there is nothing like consciousness. Yeah? When I have this conviction, I am doing actions in this world and I'm lost in this Maya. Yeah, and then I will prove it to you. See, this is real. There is nothing beyond this. Who told you you are going to die and become an insect? Yeah, and how do you know? How do you know you are not the body and you are the soul? Yeah. So a person who has the conviction in this about this world, in the reality of this Prakriti, and does not understand Purusha, does not even want to rise to that level to understand the Purusha, yeah, his actions are oriented towards this materialistic world only. Yes, and they strengthen his conviction of the Prakriti. But on the other hand, if a wise one has this strong conviction that everything and everybody is the consciousness, the Brahman consciousness, yes, and he can completely have faith in the master, the guru, the scriptures, even if he has not risen to that state. Very quickly he will get there. His actions will be more spiritual, right? And that will make his conviction stronger and his growth will move that way. Clear? Huh.
I think the fact that convictions work, we say have a sankalp and we see that miraculously things happen. That does not, there is no law of physics or anything that works towards it. But the fact that convictions work, when I talk about, let's say sankalp, the fact that it works, the fact that just a determination makes things happen, proves the fact that we are actually in a dream. Because we experience something very similar, and I've said, we've discussed this before, where when you're just about to wake up in a dream and you realize that you're in a dream, then whatever you want starts happening. So actually when we use our power of conviction and things start happening, that itself proves that this is a dream.
Did you get it?
Well said. Aditya Maharaj.
Yeah? Clear so far? Or is it a little confusing?
I was just thinking that we all start from a state of conviction, right? Of what we see is real. And it's I guess there's a karma, right, that facilitates maybe we meet a guru or something that helps us to move away from that conviction.
Right.
So I think we all start from a state of conviction, right?
Yes.
I'm sure that people are more enlightened and know that there's more to life. I think we all start with, oh, this is what is real. And then we have to trek that journey of moving from what is real to recognizing it's all unreal.
Yes. Beautiful. And it'll come. The thing is your conviction in the master's words, in the scriptures, in the wise people, whoever they are, not necessarily just Gurudev, but Vasistha and Swami Venkatesananda and like that so many more. All those who have realized it, the conviction in their knowledge, in their wisdom is called faith. It's called Shraddha. The same thing, Ashtavakra tells Janaka, Shraddhasva, Tata Shraddhasva. Have faith, my dear, have faith. So your conviction in that itself is called faith, and that will take you there. Yes. Clear? Let's go ahead.
Right. Mind is everywhere devoted to dharma, wealth, pleasure, and freedom. But everyone has a different definition of these and is convinced that that definition is the truth. Rama, bondage is none other than the notion of an object. This notion is Maya, ignorance, etc. It is the cataract that blinds one to the sun of truth. Ignorance rises a doubt. Doubt perceives. That perception is perverted. In darkness, when one approaches even a lion's empty cage, he is afraid. Even so, one ignorantly believes he is imprisoned in this empty body. The notions of I and the world are but shadows, not true. Such notions alone create objects. These objects are neither true nor false. Therefore, Rama, abandon the notions of I and this and remain established in the truth.
Okay. So, in the previous paragraph, mind is everywhere, devoted to dharma, wealth, pleasure and freedom. Yeah? But everyone has a different definition of these and is convinced that that definition is the truth. Yeah? That is conviction. So they have conviction in certain things and they believe that itself is reality, and therefore their actions go according to that conviction. Got it? Yeah? As you walk the spiritual path, your mind starts opening up, it starts blossoming, and then you understand so many more things. Yeah? So that conviction that you had previously breaks and new convictions start happening. That is Shraddha, that is faith. Got it? Yeah? So now he is saying, Rama, bondage is none other than the notion of an object. This notion is Maya or ignorance, etc. It is the cataract that blinds one to the sun of truth. Ignorance raises a doubt. Okay, now see what is he talking about. Your bondage is nothing but a notion about an object. I am this, I am like this only, and I'm stuck to this notion. Yeah, this is Maya, he's saying. This notion gives rise to a doubt. Yeah, some people have doubts about the wisdom, some people have doubts about the master, some people have doubts about the techniques. Yeah? This doubt perceives something. Oh, maybe this technique is not so good. It's a perception. Yeah? And this perception is perverted. Yes? Because it's not true. It is good for so many other people. But my mind had a doubt, and that doubt said, oh, maybe it's not so effective. So perverted perception. Got it? Yeah? So I had a perverted perception. In darkness, when one approaches even a lion's empty cage, he is afraid. Even so, one ignorantly believes he is imprisoned in this empty body. This is so beautiful, huh? Very beautiful sutra. Yeah? It is only ignorance or Maya that some people get trapped in, thinking, okay, I am not this body, that means I am trapped in this body. Yeah? Just a notion, an illusion, yeah? A perverted perception. Yeah? So that's just an example to help you understand it. Yeah? Now is the main thing, the most beautiful part of this paragraph. The notions of I and the world are but shadows, not truth. Such notions alone create objects. Yeah? You remember? In Ashtavakra he called it Dvandva. Yes? Because of I there is you. If I didn't have this feeling of I, there would be no you only. So this Dvandva has been created by that first thought I. Okay, Rupa, please could you mute yourself?
Sorry.
Yeah. So, I and the world create objects. When I said I am space, or I am earth, that means that notion of I created some other also, and there was division, and then there was ego. Yes, and this division created so many more yous. That is how objects are created. Yeah, he's actually dissecting how a dream came about, or this, if you call this reality, if that is still your conviction, how this came about. Yeah, so your objects were created, and this is Maya, he says. Yeah, so he says, the notions of I and the world are but shadows, not truth. Such notions alone create objects. These objects are neither true nor false. See how very beautiful. They are not true also, and they are not false also. This is so beautiful. This is the magic of Maya. Therefore, Rama, abandon the notions of I and this, and remain established in the truth. Yeah? He gives you a solution also. Abandon I and you, or I and other, or I and world. Yeah? And you remain established in the truth, in the Satyam. Clear? Can we move ahead?
It is only when the mind has become devoid of all attachment, when it is not swayed by the pairs of opposites, when it is not attracted by objects, and when it is truly independent of all support, that it is freed from the cage of illusion. When all doubt comes to rest, and when there is neither elation nor depression, then the mind shines like the full.
This is so beautiful, huh? Now he told you the entire problem, so now he's telling you the solution also. Yeah? If he tells you the mind gets lost in the Maya, he tells you even how to get out of it. Yeah? Abandon the root. The root was I. Yes? The moment you uproot the I, the other is also gone. Yes? They go together. If one is uprooted, the other will go. The moment you abandon I, you will be established in the truth. And what is the quality of that mind? That mind is devoid of attachments. Yeah? Attachments is raga, dvesha. Yeah? So in this particular case, he had taken the example of doubt. So I've just put doubt in the bracket. Yeah? So that mind is devoid of attachments. That mind is not swayed by the pair of opposites. Yeah? This entire universe is nothing but opposites. Good, bad, happy, sad, day, night, summer, winter, hero, villain, right, wrong, should be, shouldn't be. Everything has come in pairs. Everything. Look around, wake up and see. Everything is in pairs. Yes? This entire universe is in pairs of opposites. And the mind gets stuck in these opposites and creates raga and dvesha. Simple. Yeah? The plot of Maya is flawless. Yes. So, what was the plot of Maya? To create opposites so that your mind could get stuck in these opposites. Yeah. So, that mind that can abandon I will abandon you automatically. Opposites. Yes. And that is the root of this big tree. The moment that is gone, all attachments are gone. Means all raga and dvesha are gone. And all pairs of opposites are gone. Pain, pleasure, gone. Yes? So, all these opposites are gone. And you are not attracted by objects anymore. And once you are not attracted by objects anymore, you become independent of supports. Yeah, so we'll read that again. It is only when the mind has become devoid of all attachment, when it is not swayed by pair of opposites, when it is not attracted by objects, and when it is totally independent of all supports, it becomes free from the cage of delusion. Yes? And when all doubts come to a rest, and when there is neither elation nor depression, then the mind shines like a full moon. Yeah? Don't worry, this is the next paragraph. It continues. Yeah? You want to read ahead? So you'll get the second part.
When the impurities of the mind have ceased to be, there arise in the heart all the auspicious qualities, and there is equal vision everywhere. Even as darkness is dispelled by the rising sun, the world illusion is dispelled when the sun of infinite consciousness arises in the heart. Such wisdom as is capable of gladdening the hearts of all beings in the universe manifests and expands. In short, he who has known that which alone is worth knowing transcends all coming and going, birth and death. When there is absence of egoism, there is no confusion in the mind, and that mind functions naturally. Just as waves rise and fall in the ocean, the worlds arise and vanish. This deludes the ignorant but not the wise.
Yeah. So now we have done till freed from the cage of delusion. Yeah. Once you are freed from the cage of delusion, what happens? All your impurities of the mind cease. Yeah. So when the impurities of the mind have ceased to be, there arise in the heart all the auspicious qualities. So all impurities cease, auspicious qualities arise. Yeah. Then there is equal vision everywhere. What is equal vision? What does he mean by equal vision?
Everything's the same. Everything and nothing. There's no more opposites. It's just consciousness.
Yes.
Awareness.
Perfect. Yes, I see the Brahman consciousness in everyone and everything. Yeah, I no more see this as a tree or a lamp or a plant or a human being or a computer anymore. I see, oh, this is all different manifestations of the same beautiful consciousness. Yeah, the same Brahman consciousness. That is the meaning of equal vision. Yes, then I'll read the line ahead. Even as darkness is dispelled by the rising sun, the world illusion is dispelled when the sun of infinite consciousness arises in the heart. Yeah, infinite consciousness, so many Brahman consciousness or Purushas. Oh, I see all of them. When I see all of them, it's not seeing with this physical eye, huh? So don't think, oh, one day I'm going to see all light in everybody or something. Yeah, please don't start imagining. I'm going to see a blue light on everybody's head. Oh, now I can see the consciousness. No, please don't imagine anything like that. Yeah, I just see that consciousness, my understanding, my wisdom has matured. Yes, I'm no more stuck in the physical bodies that I see. I can see beyond the physical now. Yes. So, this rising of infinite consciousness has dispelled that ignorance or that Maya in me. I'm no more caught up in, oh, his nose is long, so I don't like this person, and that person has beautiful hair, so she or he is more appealing to me. I mean, the silly things that, grabbed me, that grabbed my little mind, and I was lost in the Maya. I'm no more lost in it. Yeah, just give you a simple example. You could be lost in so many more things. Huh? So, all this Maya goes away when I start seeing, oh, it is the same Brahman consciousness. Got it? That's what that line means. Such wisdom as is capable of gladdening the hearts of all beings in the universe manifests and expands. Yes, this is the beautiful wisdom that makes everybody very glad, very happy. Yeah? And it is that same beautiful wisdom which is nothing but the consciousness. It's manifesting, it's expanding, it's everywhere actually. Yeah. In short, he who has known that which alone is worth knowing transcends all coming and going, birth and death. So, such a person who has this equal vision everywhere will transcend birth and death. Yeah, you can highlight this in short, this line. This is the most important line for you. Yeah. Such a person will transcend birth and death. And when there is absence of egoism, there is no confusion in the mind. Yeah. Now understand what does he mean by absence of egoism. I has dropped. I has dropped. You has dropped. All my raga and dvesha is because of I and you. So if I has dropped, you has dropped, all ragas have dropped, all dveshas have dropped, all concepts of should be, shouldn't be, likes, dislikes, want, don't want, everything drop. Confusion is gone, no? Got it? So the moment egoism drops, there is complete cessation of confusion in the mind. Yes? So when there is absence of egoism, there is no confusion in the mind. And that mind functions naturally. Yes? That means right now, if there is lots of raga, dvesha in the mind, your mind is not functioning naturally. Yeah, 2-3 pages ago we read somewhere that the mind is actually orderly, but right now your mind is disturbed, O Rama. That is why you cannot see it. Remember? Yes? So he is talking the same thing. The moment I, you, raga, dvesha all drop, the mind starts functioning naturally. Yes? Just as waves rise and fall in the ocean, the worlds arise and vanish. Yeah? This dilutes the ignorant but not the wise. What does he mean by this? This is very important. Who got it?
Same thing. If the wise will see something being there and not there, it's the same thing. So it's not going to get caught up with something come or something is gone. Because it's nothing of much. But the one who's unwise, he gets stuck, oh, there's something here, gets stuck on it, and then he gets sad when it's gone. Because he doesn't understand the whole truth of it.
It's a little more than that. Now here we are talking about transcending birth and death. So first understand what is the meaning of birth and death for me. My one dream gets over and my next dream begins. That's it. Here death happened and here birth happened. Actually here also I am in a dream and here also I am in a dream. Now this dream into the next dream, into the next dream, cycle of birth and death, birth and death, birth and death is happening because I am lost in this Maya. I, you, raga, dvesha, I am so caught up. This confusion is the cause of this birth and death. Now I have collected a big bag of these causes, so I might go from one dream to another dream, but in the middle of this dream I get enlightened or I become wise. Yeah, I drop attachments. Now what will happen? Is the dream suddenly going to disappear? No. Got it? So I am... Yes, I will be here, but I will not be deluded anymore. That is the meaning of that sentence. That this world will arise and it will dissolve. Means because of the karma bad, I will experience this, whatever I am experiencing. I will go from this body to the next, maybe because of a huge karma bag, but I am wise now. Yeah, at a level where this Maya does not affect me and I stop creating new karma. Complete cessation of creation of agami karma will happen. Got it? That's the meaning of it does not delude the wise ones. Only the ignorant ones are deluded because of the rise and fall of this creation. Now we'll read that line again. Just as waves rise and fall in the ocean, the worlds arise and vanish. This deludes the ignorant, but not the wise. Yes? Why? Because his mind has started functioning naturally. Because I and you has dropped away. Because raga and dvesha has dropped away. Because all that maya created by raga dvesha has dropped away and there is no confusion. Yes? See, so beautifully Yoga Vasistha is dissecting it, no? Level by level he is going deeper and deeper and deeper. That how this happens, how you get enlightened. Clear?
So that means when you want something really bad or you create this strong seed, it is basically you're being propelled while you're in this dream. You've already started to create conditions for the next dream.
Next dream. Yes. Beautiful. You got that? Yeah. Just a desire. A single desire can be a seed for the next dream. Yeah. Even in Bhagavad Gita, Lord Krishna says, no, every desire surrender. Every desire surrender. Don't hold on to any desire. Yes, you're holding on to desires leads to birth and death and birth and death and birth and death and getting caught up in the karma cycle. Yes? Clear? This page is clear to everybody? See, it's a very important page, so I need to see all thumbs up.
Clear for now.
I don't see all the thumbs up, that's why. Okay.
It's clear for now.
Okay.
What was it in Bhagavad Gita, Prajahati?
Prajahati yada kaman sarvan parth manogatan. Prajahati is say bye-bye to every little desire that comes into the mind. Immediately say bye-bye. Don't wait. Mitesh is saying bye-bye to me right now. Next page is very beautiful and it will go quickly, Mitesh. Don't worry. It is like a Yoga Vasistha poem. Huh? Very sweet. Now who wants to read? Who's sleepy will read. Huh? So he wakes up.
They're all awake for the match.
Oh, you guys are all going to be awake tonight, huh? For the match.
Desire.
This is also a kind of bhakti.
Wow, Subbu, very nice.
Yeah, let's see what happens to the graph of emotions after the match is over. From here we have to go listen to Virateshwar and Dhuni Acharya.
I know. You guys have a long day and a long night, huh? And then again another long day.
Yes, don't create too many lifetimes from all your attachment to the outcomes.
Correct. See, Millie is already giving you gyan. Millie gyan. Chalo, who's the most sleepy? Who will read the poem, Yoga Vasistha's poem?
I think we all know that's Mitesh.
Chalo.
Vasistha continued, O Dharma, he sees the truth understanding and as the fountain source of misfortune, and who knows that the body is not the self. He sees the truth who sees that in this body, pleasure and pain are experienced on account of the passage of time and the circumstances in which one is placed, and that they do not pertain to him. He sees the truth who sees that he is the omnipresent, infinite consciousness which encompasses within itself all that takes place everywhere at all time. He sees the truth who knows that the self, which is as subtle as the millionth part of the tip of a hair divided a million times, pervades everything. He sees the truth who sees that there is no division at all between the self and the other, and that the one infinite exists as the sole reality. He sees the truth who sees that the non-dual consciousness which indwells all beings is omnipotent and omnipresent.
Okay, let me stop you here.
He sees the truth.
Halfway, huh? We'll do half the poem now and then half the poem later. Yeah? So, who sees the truth? Yeah? One who sees what? What is the first one? I am not the body. It's very simple. He sees the truth who sees that in this body, pleasure and pain are experienced on account of the passage of time and the circumstances in which one is placed, and that they do not pertain to him. So, if you want to make it concise, it is simple. Who sees the truth? Who sees, I am not the body.
Na me deho, na hum deho. Ashtavakra.
Aditya is reminding you that in Ashtavakra, this was that. Yeah? Na me deho, na hum deho. I am not the body is not mine. Yeah? The next one, he sees the truth, who sees that he is the omnipresent, infinite consciousness. Omnipresent, present everywhere. Infinite, it is infinite consciousness, which encompasses within itself all that takes place everywhere at all times. Yeah? So it is present everywhere. That is the gist of that line. So, I am the one who sees I am omnipresent, infinite consciousness. Next, he sees the truth who knows that the self, which is as subtle as the millionth part of the tip of a hair divided a million times, pervades everything. Yeah? Very beautifully described, no? Where else did you hear this description? Who remembers?
Jayashree.
Kathopanishad. Remember?
This is 1,000 of 1,000.
No? Guruji had described, no? What is the size of the soul? Yes? The same thing he had said. Yeah? So, it is thinner than your hair. Take your hair and cut that into 1 million pieces. Yeah? Smaller than that also. Yeah? Is the size of the soul or the consciousness. So, it pervades everything. That little thing which is hardly visible to the human eye pervades everything. Yeah. He sees the truth, who sees that there is no division at all between the self and the other, and that one infinite light of consciousness exists as the sole reality. Yeah? That the self is the reality. There is nothing else but the self. Yeah. He sees the truth who sees that the non-dual consciousness which indwells all beings is omnipotent and omnipresent. What is omnipresent? Present everywhere. What is omnipotent?
which we are made out of.
All powerful.
Everything is made out of.
All powerful.
Yes, all powerful, which can do everything. Yeah, potent is potentiality. Yes, which has all potentialities within it. Can do everything possible. Yes, so it is omnipotent and omnipresent. Clear? You read till there, Mitesh?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
He sees the truth, who is not deluded into thinking that he is the body, which is subject to illness, fear, agitation, old age and death. He sees the truth, who sees that all things are strung in the self as beads are strung on a thread, and who knows, I am not the mind. He sees the truth, who sees that all this is Brahman, neither I nor the other. He sees the truth, who sees all beings in the three worlds exist in the three worlds as his own family, deserving of his sympathy and protection. He sees the truth, who knows that the self alone exists and that there is no substance in objectivity. He is unaffected, who knows that pleasure, pain, birth, death, etc. are all the self only. The truth, who feels, what should I acquire, what should I renounce, when all this is the one self. Support of auspiciousness, who is filled with the supreme realization in that the entire universe is truly Brahman alone, during all the apparent creation, existence and dissolution of the universe.
Okay. So we did till he sees the truth, who is not deluded into thinking that he is the body, which is subject to illness, fear, agitation, old age and death. So basically I am not the body. I am not subject to age, disease and death. Can you see that here? I am not subject to age, disease and death. Yeah? He sees the truth, who sees that all beings are strung in the self as beads are strung on a thread, and who knows I am not the mind. Yeah? So he has moved now from I am not the body, yeah, to I am not the mind. Yes. He sees the truth, who sees that all this is Brahman, neither I nor the other. So in short, all is Brahman. Yeah? He sees the truth, who sees all beings in the three worlds as his own family, deserving of his sympathy and protection. So he sees all are one family. Yeah, Guruji also says that, no? He says Vasudeva Kutumbukam. Yeah, that we are all one world family. Yeah, these are all qualities of Gurudev. He sees the truth, who knows that the self alone exists and that there is no substance in objectivity. Yes, objectivity means people, things, yeah, this world. I have made these objects of my senses and I get lost in them. This is objectivity. Yeah. But the wise one is not stuck in any of these objects. He knows that self alone exists. Objectivity does not. Clear? Yeah. And he is unaffected, who knows that pleasure, pain, birth, death are all the self only. So pleasure, pain, birth, death are all the self. And the last one, he is firmly established in the truth, who feels, what should I acquire, what should I renounce, when all this is the self. Ashtavakra taught us this, no? Yeah. What is there to accept, what is there to reject? Remember? Yeah, when it is all self, yeah, then why am I craving for that which is the self only, or why am I averse to that which is the self only? Everything and everybody is a reflection of the self, that is reflection of I. There is no difference. Yes? Clear? Poem is clear? So, salutations to the abode of auspiciousness, who is filled with the supreme realization that the entire universe is truly Brahman only. Yeah, so I bow down or I salute that consciousness actually, which is this universe. Yeah, it is but that one consciousness that has manifested like this. I salute it, I bow down to it, which remains unchanged during all the apparent creation, existence and dissolution of the universe. Yeah? Finally it is just a dream, no? This dream was created, it existed for some time, and one day this dream will dissolve. Yeah? But the Brahman remains, the consciousness remains. Yeah? So I salute that consciousness that remains through all my dreaming. Clear? The poem is clear? A simple poem. Yeah? So now, the last page, page 170, I'll let you complete as homework. It's very simple. It's not a tough page to read. Yeah? And then we will move on to the examination. Yeah? So don't worry, next week still is not the examination. We will still meet next week on Hangout together and study. Yes, if you say, oh, I will not come, you will not get inspired to study alone. So, see that you are there on Hangout next week and you sit and study. Yeah, sit and study with us. We'll all study together. Wherever you are, doesn't matter.
And there is also a surprise.
And there is also a surprise from Aditya next week. So you better be there. Don't miss it.
Jayashree, Orlando se attend karne ka hai?
She will attend.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, so I'll give you a hint again to study from your previous terms. Mitesh. Yeah, the examination will be from page 1 to page 117, but you have already given page 1 through 60, you remember? Yeah, so page 1 through 60 you don't have to read again or watch the videos again. Just read through your previous term's answer sheet. That has all the pages addressed, not a single page has been skipped out in those questions. So once you read your previous term's answer sheet, you have completed page 1 through 60. Yes? Then you just start watching the videos if you have missed any sessions, or start reading however you want to study. Videos or reading or both, whatever. Yeah? Create flowcharts. Every day I want at least one flowchart from each one of you. Then I know you are genuinely studying. Okay? Yeah, so the exam is still not next Wednesday, it's the Wednesday after that. So you still have 2 weeks to study, so start preparing your flowcharts. Yeah? So, every day one flowchart you will send to me. Even if it is just half a page, no problem. Create a flowchart and send it to me. Take a picture with your great iPhone or Samsung or whatever you have now and just email it to me quickly. You can text it to me also. Chalega. Yeah. Every day, one page at least create flowchart starting from page 61. All clear? Everybody, Yeah. And no bunking next Wednesday. I want to see each one of you online. Wherever you have reached in your studies, doesn't matter. We will all study together. Okay? Yes? So, happy studying and good luck for your exam. And if you have any questions, please feel free to send me an email. Yeah? Jai Gurudev.